Well, hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? It's Monday night. And what's this? Moderation helps everyone. Top chat, live chat. Okay. So I'm making some chili, and I thought maybe somebody'd be interested in chili. And we just got back from a 3-day bicycle tour. The weather has been incredible. And we came back to a skylight. So still has to be taped and mudded and painted, but it's in. We have a window in our ceiling. We got 2 of them now. Let's see if I can show you here. Let's see. Oh, come here, little computer. Come to me. All right. Well, I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. There's a tree up there. Ah! So, pretty cool. We have a skylight. He finished the bedroom today. He's got the trim in, the floor's down. So Steven's picking up some doorknobs, and we can put knobs on the doors, and we can move into the bedroom. Yay! So we can take the bed out of the living room and actually have some room in here, which I'm very excited about. So today is kidney bean chili with blueberries. I thought I have got to make that. That just sounded really interesting to me. So I got all my ingredients out, just got to put them in, and I've got my pot on the stove here. And so she says, put in your first 8 ingredients. So I've got 2 cups of finely chopped onion, a cup of finely chopped celery, some green pepper, red bell pepper, a whole bunch of garlic, and I'm going to toss that in. So sounds like it's a little bit high there, so I'll turn it down a little bit. So for our bike trip, I did a packing video last week. We left on Friday, and we rode in beautiful weather up to Port Townsend, which means we had a bicycle across the Hood Canal Bridge, which is exciting. But no problem, I've done it several times. So we did that, and we spent the night in Port Townsend at the Harborside Hotel, which we've done before. And then we got up in the morning and caught the 9:30 ferry over to Whidbey Island. And we rode south on Whidbey Island down to Clinton. And boy, is Whidbey Island hilly going south. So we stopped at the Green Bank Farm, and everybody had pie, and I had a hamma yam that I brought with me and a banana. So I was perfectly happy. And then we went all the way to Clinton and hopped on the ferry and over to Mukilteo and found a place where there were outside tables, and everybody got what they wanted. And I had coleslaw salad. Hi, Lynette. I'm making some chili, kidney bean chili with blueberries. So I was just showing the goods here. So that's celery, onion, garlic, bell pepper, and actually it didn't call for mushrooms, but I always have to have mushrooms in my chili for the umami. So I put some mushrooms in there too. And then I also chopped up a jalapeno, because what's chili without a jalapeno? So we got jalapeno here, and I just chopped up the whole thing. And then, and here's my garlic. Put the garlic in. Every little bit. And then my spices are chili powder. He put in sweet paprika, but I'm putting in smoked paprika and ground cumin. So I'm supposed to cook this over medium heat for 15 minutes. So I was just talking about my bike ride, Lynette. I rode for 3 days on a tour. What are you doing in the LAX airport? Are you headed off somewhere or coming home? We've been outside for 3 days, and it's just been really great. And then today, Edgar finished our bedroom, so we can move into our bedroom tonight. Tomorrow we're going for a ride, so if we're gonna move in, we'll have to do it tonight. That sounds good to me. There's just a few things getting our bed through the door, but we ought to be able to do that. But he trimmed out the door and all along the base. Oh, you're coming home from a wedding. Hi, Tracy Lynn. Oh, my goodness. How are you doing? Long time no see. Is that morning there in Australia? Hi, Annette. All right, you guys. I got to show you what I'm cooking here. I've got a chili going. It's a kidney bean chili with blueberries. And so right now it's all the spices and the onion and the garlic and the peppers. And I stuck mushrooms in it. There's celery and onion, red onion. It's good to see everybody. So I did the bike ride over the weekend. We did, I think it was around 40 miles the first day, 42 miles, 43 miles. 51 miles the second day, and then yesterday it was about 37 miles. We spent the night in Edmonds, 8:30 in the morning in Perth. Oh, that's okay, Tracy Lynn. You can always watch this later if you want to know how to make kidney bean chili with blueberries. You know, life goes on. I mean, here it's 5:30, so I figured everybody would be at dinner, but it took me all day to get to this point, so having been gone for 3 days, I had to go to the grocery store, and Stephen had to go to the dentist, and I had to clean because Edgar put in that skylight that's above me. Hi, Stephanie. So putting in the skylight, there was a layer of dust on everything, so I had to clean everything and vacuum and mop the floor, just so I could get started today. And then I had to go to several stores. I had to take back. I bought a piece of luggage from Amazon, and it came and the zipper was defunct. It had a big boo-boo in it, and so I couldn't even zip up the bag the first time. I just couldn't believe it. So I used the bag anyway. I just taped it and I zipped to it from both sides because I had to. I was going to Chicago the next day for John Pierre's weekend, last weekend. Not this last, but the one before that. And so I returned that today. And I had some stuff for the guys for Home Depot. I had to return some of their stuff. So it's been a very busy day. Yes, Stephanie, I met Shada and JP in the flesh. And we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it was great. 50 women. Well, there were maybe 3 guys and the rest women, 47 women. And it was really neat. I wish, it was supposed to be a retreat, and they started out just having a conference where it was just lecture. And so we all gave them feedback because they asked for feedback every night. And we said, we thought it was going to be a retreat. We thought we were going to have more time to, process and enjoy the grounds of where we were. And I thought there'd be more group work, getting to know each other because we've got all these years of experience sitting right there. And I just, rather than just listen to one person, I pretty much heard all the JP stuff on Chef AJ's site. So it would have been fun to have a little bit of that and then a little bit of us working together. So anyways, they they right away they started to switch it around. They gave us more time. Um, there was group stuff, and it turned out really nice. So it was good. It was good. I'm glad I went. And of course, I love meeting JP. Apparently, there's a thing going on in Boulder now that it's a big fair or big fest, and he's always at that. And I think it's in September. So a bunch of people are going to go to that. But I'm going to be touring with Steven on the bicycle in September. The food, Stephanie, was fun. It was sugar, salt, and oil free. And the kitchen staff, they were so great. It was very simple, like steamed vegetables and rice and quinoa. And they always had cut up fresh fruit, and they had bowls of apples, oranges, pears, and bananas. And they kept us in bananas until the very last day. They finally used them all up. But they were prepared for us. They have a big salad bar. I'm surprised they didn't have the salad for every meal, but they would have a big salad bar. They did try to make a couple things. The first night there was lentil soup, which is Shada's recipe, and it's on her website, and it was spicy and delicious. And another night they had zucchini boats, and they used zucchini and yellow squash for those, and those were good. One night they had Mexican rice, so it was good. It was, I like simple, so. And we could eat to our fill because it was all compliant food. So it was great. And then this last weekend on my bike tour, I did the shopping and was compliant the whole weekend on the bicycle. And that was fun too. We took the rice cooker and a hot pot, and we could make quinoa. And I made my vegetable soup that I like to do on trips. And we made some of Costco's millet. They have a noodle, the ramen noodle. Just Lotus Foods ramen noodles. They're millet and brown rice. So, Steven's always worried he's not going to get enough food, but he gets plenty. He never goes hungry. Oh, and we microwaved some sweet potatoes, and I made my coleslaw salad. So it was all very good. So I'm just cooking this for about 15 minutes. And I got another few, because fortunately the live stream shows me how many minutes have gone by. Oh, good, Stephanie, you saw the Instagram posts. Yeah, I tried to post a couple times to show my bike, and I did a YouTube on packing for the bike trip. The ferry rides are always gorgeous and full of views. And we ride ferries all the time over here. So yeah, it was a great trip. It was 3 ferries. We ferried from Port Townsend to Whidbey Island, and then Whidbey Island to Mukilteo, and then Edmonds to downtown Seattle to Bainbridge Island, and rode home from there. Oh, what do we got here? We got 3 babies walking up the yard and 3 adults. So a lot of the babies have disappeared this year, sad to say. And I think these 3 babies are the only ones that are left. So I guess this was a really good year for the raptors and the raccoons. Hi, pretty girl's mom. Pretty girl's mom and I listened to Jonathan today. Be fun to see how he does this week. He's looking great. Over 250 pounds lost. The guy's pretty amazing. So, okay, so this has cooked, and I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. And now Oh, you got deer in your yard, huh, Stephanie? Yeah, I hope Jonathan has a great loss this week because for 2 weeks it's not gone the right way. Okay, so now I'm gonna add. Is it the tomatoes? Yes. Okay, so I got 3 cups of tomatoes here, and I get the diced tomatoes from Azure. Comes in jars. Whoops, I just splattered all over myself. I'll show you the jar. This is my new diced tomato from Azure, and it comes in 18.3 ounces. So it said 2 cans or 3 cups. Oh, at my house, no, not deer, it's geese. I'm sorry, did I not say we have deer and deer babies going through too? But right now it's geese, and I try to show you guys, but there's so much glare. Yeah, see, you can't see anything, but they're right outside there. Even my computer, when I turned it like that, I saw it has a layer of dust on it. I'll have to clean off. Okay, let's go ahead and get all this out of here because this is the only fluid. There's also a little bit of fluid in my beans. That's why I'm not doing it in the Instapot, because when I try to do this in the Instapot, it burns. Yeah, any kind of animals going through the yards, we like watching them. Okay, so add tomatoes, 1.5 cups of the blueberries. All right. And these I just took frozen out of the freezer. So mix it in the blueberries. And we're supposed to cook this a little bit longer. Go ahead and cook that. So why would it burn the Instant Pot? I think because there's not enough fluid in it. And so whenever I've tried to cook a chili in the Instant Pot, I get the burn signal. So I've gotten to where I just do it on the stove. So is what the same as the jovial pastas we see in the grocery store, the Costco stuff? I don't know. I'll show you the big package. This is what we get at Costco. It's see, brown rice, millet and brown rice ramen noodles. Oh, the tomatoes in the jar. They're salt free. It's just tomatoes. The ingredients are organic tomatoes and organic tomato puree, and that's it. Hi, Jesse. Good to see you. Yes, Annette. Then I tried to add more water, and it made it a soup. So I just wanted to make chili. Jesse, glad to hear your bike went well. Yes, fixing a veggie and pinto bean chili stovetop right now. Well, great, Jesse. I'm fixing a kidney bean chili with blueberries that I picked up somewhere and thought I got to make that. And so I printed it up and I thought, well, today's the day I'm going to make it. Oh, so the tomato paste will stick in the instant. Well, I make other things with plenty of fluid and I can use tomato paste. So I don't know. That could be it. Yeah, Stephanie, I haven't heard of the Jovial brand, so I don't know. So Jesse, you're adding zucchini, frozen corn, rice bell peppers, onions, broccoli stalks. Yummy. I've got blueberries in mine, and I've got onion, garlic, celery, red pepper, green pepper, mushroom, jalapeno, and the spices are chili powder, smoked paprika, ground cumin, And I should put corn in mine too. I mean, we're going to have corn on the cob tonight, so I was thinking no, but maybe I should. Yeah, it's they're right in the recipe. You put a cup and a half in the chili, and then you what's it called when you put them on top after you serve it? You not season them or flavor them, but you put cilantro and some more blueberries on top. Maybe it'll tell me. It just says top servings with the remaining blueberries and cilantro. So I think I'll put some corn in it though. That's a good idea. I can find it. Oh no, I don't know where my corn is. I think my corn might still be out in the shed. So I'll have to go out and get it later. But did I show you guys my new refrigerator? We got a new refrigerator, so I had to move all the stuff out of the old refrigerator into the freezer in the shed because they just wanted to pick up the old one and drop off the new one. Cinnamon's a good idea. Ooh, local spicery barbecue spice and a green herb mixture and coriander and local spicery dusk, which is galangal, ginger, etc. That just sounds wonderful. I think I better put some cinnamon in this one. See, where's my cinnamon? Good suggestion, Jesse. See, I think I got this taped because I always take it on my trip with me. You never know when you might need some cinnamon. Hey, Jesse, I've sure been enjoying my toothpaste, my fluoride-free toothpaste. So how much cinnamon do you put in? Whenever I do spices, I like to think in terms of, tablespoons, handfuls. Yeah. So, Jesse, you weren't here when I told you. I'd love to taste your food too, Jesse. Hey, Edgar finished our bedroom today. So Stephen was out finding waste paper baskets, and I called him up and I said, "Where are you? Where are you?" He said, "Lowe's." I said, "Pick up a couple of doorknobs." Oh, and here he comes. Because the doors are in, but we don't have doorknobs in them. And we can move in. We can move our bed into the bedroom. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah, Jesse, okay. And even the cilantro, I think, it always says like a tablespoon of cilantro, but I do the whole darn thing practically. Yes. Oh yeah, he got us some nice garbage baskets. And we got doorknobs. Ooh, and he got them with locks on them. How about that? Oh, this looks great. Oh boy. So I don't know how hard these are to put in, but maybe he can get those in tonight. Because otherwise they kind of, bump because it's windy down here by the beach. And they bump. So yeah. It's really different. I mean, the fluoride toothpaste is so high powered, it just kills all the bacteria on your tongue. But this toothpaste is, when you first start using it, you don't even feel like you've had toothpaste, although it tastes really good. Mine is cardamom. and a couple other flavors. Okay, now wait a minute. I agree about the amounts. I'm not a one. Oh, okay. So you're just like me, Jesse. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, I don't know. What's a quarter teaspoon? What are you going to do with that? I mean, who could taste a quarter teaspoon? Yes, recipe amounts for spices are laughable. I guess everybody's too scared that somebody's going to get too much and complain. But of course that's going to happen no matter what you do. Okay, so I think this is cooking a little too hard. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Make sure it's not burning. Boy, this looks really good, you guys. What do you think? Man, that looks like a force to be reckoned with. So the only thing, let's see, transfer 2 cups of chili to a blender, let cool, cover and blend until smooth. Return it to the pot, stir in the beans, half the cilantro, the lemon juice, bring to a boiling, reduce heat. Wow, it's pretty involved. This recipe is just this piece of paper. So does anybody recognize where that would come from? Forks Over Knives. So check out Forks Over Knives. It's just kidney bean chili with blueberries. Simple, simple. So I must have seen it because, I get their newsletter. And it just caught my eye. So I thought, I'll give it a shot. So just 2 cups in a blender and blend till smooth. I could just use the immersion blender in there. I think I'll do that. Well, maybe first time I'll go ahead and do what they want. Hi, Linda McNamara. Nice to meet you. Okay. Hey, nice going, Stephen. Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Use the blender here. Go ahead and use it. Jonathan was telling me what he uses for streaming so that it will mute the blender without me having to turn it off and turn it on again. Richard found me on YouTube while I was cooking in the kitchen. Suddenly I heard your voice. Oh, thanks, Richard. I was lost, but now I'm found. Okay. We are ready. Let's go ahead. Put a couple cups in the Instapot. And blend them till smooth, like the person says. Do it. Personally, I like things chunky, but there's still plenty here. I think I'm going to turn this down. And I'm going to stir in the beans and half the cilantro. Half the cilantro, and it's only a 1/4 cup in the first place. Jennifer! Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Stephen.
Yeah.
Do you mind going out and get the frozen corn, and I'll put corn in the chili?
Sure.
I must have left it out in the shed freezer.
Okay.
I went to grab it, and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
I mean, we've got corn on the cob for dinner, but I thought, it's chili.
Yeah.
Have a look at this. What do you think of our bedroom?
I like it. It's gonna work.
So, here. Doesn't it look amazing?
Yeah.
I'm just blending that much, and then I'll put it in, and then the beans have to go in, and we'll be just about done.
Oh, yeah, looks pretty good.
I need to get a bunch of cilantro here. Just gonna chop some of this cilantro, and probably I'll do half now of the bunch, and then half because, I mean, come on. You can't ever have enough cilantro. So, Jennifer, you must be home finally. Annette, what's your go? Oh, corn chowder. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Anything with corn is so good. Oh, and cherries. They started selling cherries. They're delicious. Organic cherries. Yum. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and blend. And you want me to mute you guys? Because if I do, I might forget to turn you back on again. Jesse, you said last time it muted it anyway, so I'll just go ahead and turn it on. All right. So that blended it smooth. Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's good to know. All right. YouTube's getting pretty smart. I was asking Jonathan how he posts his pictures from his phone onto his computer today. He was telling me what he uses. So if I ever have an extra minute, I'll try to look into that. Because it'd be fun to show you pictures. You know, like of the bike ride and stuff. I have one of my neighbors wanting to come over and check out what we've got. And I said, well, can you give me till Thursday? Because we're leaving again on Sunday. We're going to do another hub and spoke trip Sunday through Thursday over in the east side in Ellensburg. We want to get over there before it gets too hot. And there's the Cascade Palouse Trail. We want to check that out. And it crosses the Columbia. So it looks like it'd be pretty fun. It's off-road. But this fella, he and his wife want to get e-bikes. So I'm happy to help out. If I could just get an extra minute. Then I got a gal coming over Wednesday who wants to go vegan. And she wants to, see what I do. So I'm gonna caramelize onions for her. And, anything else she wants. But I hope I don't have to do it for more than an hour because I got lots of gardening I got to do and getting ready for the trip to leave on Sunday. And I told this fella he can come over Thursday. Hopefully it won't be for too long. He's welcome to ride my bike. Check it out. They're so much fun. Okay. So there's the chili. Then I'm going to stir in the beans. This is 4 cups of beans. Kidney beans that I soaked overnight and then I cooked them this morning. And then half the cilantro. So cilantro, put a bunch in there. And I like the stems too. So let's get some of the stems. I think it's all good. So we'll do half the leaves, and some of the stems too. There. Okay, and lemon juice. So there's 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I got 1, 2, and they put in a half teaspoon of salt, but I don't see any reason to put salt in this. Okay, then we're gonna bring it to a boil. And then you just simmer it for 5 minutes and you're done. There it is. Doesn't that look good? Yeah. How much in dry bean equals 4 cups? Well, I just did 2 cups dry bean, and then I had an extra cup, and I just freeze that, and then we eat it some other time. Yeah, probably a cup and a half would make 2, but I always want to make sure I have enough, like a generous 2 cups. So I always make more and then freeze what I don't use, because these organic beans, they go so fast. So I guess this is going to take a while. So that is about it. How old was I when I started bicycling a lot? I finished college, so I was 23. 23? I don't think that sounds right. No, 23 is when I divorced my first husband and I was fat. And I got into college, and I had a bicycle for a little bit because that helped me get to and from my classes, and then pretty quickly it got stolen. So then I just walked to my classes. I was about a mile from the campus. And then the last semester of college, I did 6-week internships where, I was the grunt, and other physical therapy people were the boss. And it was very, very stressful. And I really put on a bunch of weight. And gosh, I remember my breasts were just huge, uncomfortable, cutting through my shoulders, and I was so miserable. So let's see, I was about 29 or 30 when I graduated. And then the first job that I took was in Dayton, Ohio, and the Wright brothers bicycled there. And so they had a bicycle club, and it was sort of based on the Wright brothers. And I got a bicycle and I started to ride, and I really, really enjoyed it. And it was there. Hi, Tammy. Oh, you're in Paulsbo. Oh, Tammy, yes. Hi. Take a walk. That's what we're going to do too in a minute here. So I started to ride, and it was pretty tough. Everything hurt. And there were these gals at the time. So I was about 30, and the gals were in their 50s, and they could just ride and ride and ride. And I just thought, how do they do that? So I did a lot of short rides. And then one day I signed up to ride from Dayton to Cincinnati. And I think that was 70 miles. And I did it. I thought I was going to die. And I thought, no way can I get up and ride the next day. And they said, oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just go to bed and see how you feel in the morning. And sure enough, the second day, I felt even better than the first. I got on the bike and I rode all the way back, and it felt great. And I was hooked. So from there, I did the tour of the Ohio River Valley. That was 150 miles, 75 miles a day. So it was, 2-day ride. And I just really enjoyed that. And then, so I was in Ohio for 2 years. Then I moved out here to the West. And they have that Seattle to Portland ride, which is 200 miles in 2 days. So 100 miles a day. And I started doing that. And I've done that 10 times. And I met Steven, and Steven wasn't riding a bike. And he came to pick me up in Portland after I'd done the ride. And there were 10,000 riders that year, all shapes and sizes, all kinds of bicycles. And I got there, and he was all excited. He says, "What am I saying?" He thought he was too old to ride a bike. And he went out and bought a bike, and he rode the Seattle to Portland with me the next year. And then I said, "Well, what I really want to do is cross the country on a bicycle." He said, "Well, okay." So in 1990, we did our first cross country trip. And it was stressful. It was hard. We were just getting to know each other. We didn't know if we could do it or not. And so that first time across is pretty scary. But then once you do it, then you can do anything when you can ride all the way cross country. And that's what we do. We'll do just about anything now. So we've been riding for years. I've got on this e-bike since 2018. I've got over 30,000 miles. So Stephen has 2 kids, and Noli is 56 and Joel is 54. So they're adults. And Noli didn't have any kids, and Joel had a son, but then he and his wife got divorced, and so we really didn't get to see Stephen's grandson much. I think the last time we saw him, we saw him a couple of months ago when we went and met his son, Stephen's son, for dinner. His grandson, Stephen's grandson, came. Yeah, I guess you could call me an athlete. Okay, Pretty Girls Bomb. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is done because we just had to simmer it for 5 minutes. And I'll just top the cervix with the remaining blueberries and cilantro. But we're going to go do our walk first. So do you want me to plate it? Yes, Jennifer, you would have so much fun. So Jennifer, tell us, what'd you think? You were on e-bikes yesterday. What'd you think? I'll plate a little one. Let's see, where is... There's dust in everything. All right, let's go ahead. Just for fun, we'll go ahead and put some in a bowl here. Oh. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's great that you rode along the Potomac. So did we. Even to Virginia, to Arlington Cemetery. That's great. Great. I know. Oh, smells so good too, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off now, and I'll show you the pot. There's the pot. It's simmering away. Looks so good. So now we'll go out on that beautiful day and walk. Our canoe got knocked over. It was so windy today. It just knocked it right over. Did you see that, Stephen? Yeah, it knocked it upright. So we'll have to go out and put it upside down again. But all the little baby geese are out there. All 3 of them. All right, guys. So have a good night. And I'm sure I'll figure out something to come back and do again. But it's just good to see you all. Take care.